Hello, fellow teachers. We made it to Christmas break finally. I know you're excited because I am too. Um, Earlier this week, though, I read an article that's kind of weighed heavy on my heart, and it was about a British chemistry teacher. Her name was Lorian Bold, and she was acclaimed as being very passionate and successful in the classroom. But she had taken on some extra responsibilities, too many responsibilities. That sound familiar to you? Yeah? Okay. Anyway, her anxiety and depression got to a point because of her workload that she took a leave of absence to get her mental state in order. But she returned to work 6 days before she was actually released to do so. Had a panic attack, left, and the next day she drove to an overpass, jumped off, and killed herself. We may be an ocean away from her here in the United States, but I still feel like we are in a situation where teachers are expected to be some kind of magnanimous missionaries who can somehow fix all the ailments of society, but still be held responsible as the scapegoat for all that is wrong in society. And in addition to the stress of our workload and additional responsibilities, it's too much. That story also really resonated with me because 2 years ago I lost my sister, my 33-year-old sister, who was a teacher. She was so passionate, and she would stay up all night cutting out die cuts for her bulletin board for her little pre-K kids. She spent all her money on her classroom, and she actually worked at her church, but she was working on her bachelor's because she wanted to be a real teacher, elementary school teacher. And she never got to realize that dream. Unfortunately, she died of an asthma attack. 33-year-olds shouldn't die of asthma attacks, but she was so busy caring for other people's children that she didn't take care of herself. I don't know if you've flown before, but if you have, I'm sure you're familiar with how the stewardess will get in front of the cabin and say, in the case of an emergency, please make sure you secure your oxygen mask first before you help those around you. And I think that a lot of teachers' lives are crashing down to the ground, and we see all these people that need help, and we are so loving and so generous, and those are beautiful traits, but we're suffocating. So I can speak this from experience. This time last year, I was suffocating, and I had a physical sensation of suffocation. I was suffering from anxiety, panic attacks, because I had taken on responsibilities that were way beyond my capability. We lost our chemistry teacher, our AP chemistry teacher, and I stepped up. I didn't want the kids to miss out on that opportunity, and so for 6 months straight, literally 6 months straight, I slept 4 hours a night, drank 7 cups of coffee a day, and I stayed up till 12, and I got up at 4 a.m. I got to the point where I didn't have time to work out. I gained 20 pounds, but I wanted to make sure those kids were prepared for college. My dad passed away suddenly a year after my sister did while I was teaching that AP chemistry class. I found out during lunch, and I honestly did not even leave. I stayed and I taught because I thought my kids needed me that much. That wasn't wise. Anyway, I finished out the fall semester last year, and during Christmas break, I saw a little meme, and it said, "You can't pour from an empty cup." And that just really spoke to me. And I said, I gotta take care of me. My kids had become strangers. I had ignored my husband, and the students that I was working so hard to help and serve, they'd just become a little checklist of things I needed to do. I'd shut myself off emotionally from them and my family, And I just become stuck in this positive feedback loop of work and task and emptiness and tiredness. And so I was just in this little loop, and I had to pull myself out. And the only way I could do that was by taking care of me. I had quit working out, and my anxiety had given me chronic pain problems. I got a good physical therapist who helped me to see that connection, has worked with me and done a great job eating well, exercising again, and just not only am I still physically alive, which I would hope that I would have been if I hadn't sought help, but I really don't know. But emotionally, I'm alive again. And I love my kids, and I can sit there and be with them and enjoy them. And my students at school, I don't see them as little checklists anymore. But I just want to encourage my fellow teachers on break. Enjoy yourself, revive yourself, but as you make New Year's resolutions, don't just resolve to lose 10 pounds or, to stop drinking so much or to lay off coffee. Why don't you resolve to make your happiness and your health your priority? And to anyone out there that is in charge of making policies regarding education, please consider the workload that's on us so that we can continue to change the lives of our students without having to sacrifice our own. Merry Christmas, you guys.